Alright, let's have a look at this question. We need to find ADO. I'll just colour that in. So ADO is going to be this angle there. Things that we need, 132 is going to be over here. So I'll call that 132. This one over here, BCA, is going to be 22. I'll just write 22 underneath. Okay, and I need to find, like I said, ADO, which I've highlighted in purple. First things first, I've got angle A should be over here, should be easy to find because it's going to be 180, take 132, take 22. 180, I should actually write this, it'll be a bit faster. 180, take 132, take 22. And that's going to be 154 between them, so it's going to be 26. So that one's going to be 26. Okay, so that is going to be angle BAC. Okay, now that we've figured that one out, we should also be able to figure out that this angle that we have just solved, BAC, if you can actually make a bow tie, I'll make the bow tie a different color. And when you make that bow tie, we should hopefully remember that the angle at the center, which is right up there where the O is going to be double what it is at the circumference. So we've got a 26 degree there at BAC. So that means that the one that we have up here at, let's just call it BOC, that one is going to be double that, so it's going to be 52. 52. 26 times 2 is 52. Okay, now at that triangle OCB, this is a radius, and that line all the way from O to B is a radius, which means 52 is going to be the unique angle. The other two down here are going to be the same angle, and that's going to be 180. Take 52, which equals 128. Half of that means each of those is going to be 64. 128 over 2 equals 64. Okay, so 64 will be the one down here between that line, the OB line, and C. So that will be 64. And this one over here will be 22. And over here it will be 64 take 22, which equals 42, which will be that one in there, 42. 42 plus 52 is 96. And that means that we'll be able to solve for this one here, which is not going to be a right angle. It's going to be a little bit smaller. That one is going to be 84 degrees. Because it's going to be 180, take 96 to get our 84. If that one's 84, then the other one obviously has to be 96. So angle ADO is going to be 96, and that's because it's got to make a straight line from A to C, and therefore these two angles have got to equal 180 degrees. So that's how we do that question. For this next one, a little bit more complicated. So prove that the size of angle QRS, which we're going to denote as X, is equal to 1/2 the difference of the sizes of POS and QOS, which we're dubbing 2X. So, like I said, we said QRS is QRS is X, and we're saying QSR is Y. Okay, so now let's see all the different things that we can come up with. We've said that PQS is equal to X plus Y, and the reason for that being is, first, if we have our SQR, that this all has to equal 180 degrees, but it's 180 take Y take X is what this purple angle on the inside is. Okay, so that's 180 take X take Y, and on the other side at PQS it's going to be 180 take what this angle was. So it's 180 take 180 take X take Y, And of course, that means that 180s cancel out. Minus minus x is plus x, minus minus y is plus y. That's why we get that one. For the next thing, POS equals 2x plus 2y. If we have P to the origin, I'll do a little O over there. P to the origin and then to S, that's going to equal 2x plus 2y because that angle is at the center, which means it needs to be double what the angle at the circumference would be. So that's why we've got that one there. The angle at the circumference would be this one over here. So we're having to double that one. We initially said that PQS was x plus y, so double that is 2x plus 2y. QPS, we've denoted that as y because it's about angle in alternate segments. So if we have y over here at QSR, that means on the outside on the right hand side is going to be the same as on the inside on the left hand side of this triangle. So that's why QPS is equal to y. And then lastly QOS, so from Q to O to S. So if I did a little dotted line over here, dot dot dot, that one would equal 2y because the angle at the center is going to be double what it is at the circumference. So the angle at the circumference, this one's going to be double, it's going to be 2y. Hence, when you've got all this, half of the angle POQ take angle QOS will end up getting you your answer. In full, that would end up being, that's going to be half of 2x plus 2y take 2y. Of course, plus 2y and minus 2y cancel out, so it's just going to be half of 2x equals x, which is what we had dubbed QRS to be. So that's how you would end up doing that question.